Peace, and good morning, my peoples. It's your boy, Sincere Seven, coming to you live and direct from the Psychonaut Academy of Detroit. So, y'all know we talk about alternative healing, we talk about entheogens and psychedelics, and one of my favorite subjects, relationships. And so today I wanted to speak about relationships a little bit. Um, I've been having some conversations, and I started to come upon some realizations during these conversations with other men, and it just caused me to start thinking like real deep, right? Um, so on one of the titles, I said that this is for the fellas that are real men and that quote unquote handle their business, right? And I put those in quotations because I was pointing out what I see irony in it, right? The irony in it. And what do I mean by that? So one of my brothers that I think I consider a kind of a friend. I got to be careful with that because I be thinking people my friends, and the whole time they not. They just associates, and I don't know. But I be feeling like this individual is a friend, right? And we were talking. And he had just recently had a child, right? And the woman that he had the child with, he's not in a relationship. It was kind of like, we was messing with each other, some shit happened about. We got a baby and shit. All right, well shit, how's that going? Like, yo, she let you see the baby and da. So the conversations, took place about what she expected and what he's supposed to do as a father and what he should be willing to do, and all of that type of shit. And it was like, and as long as you're doing that, then you'll be okay. As long as you're doing what I ask, what I require, then you'll be safe. You'll be in a safe space. You'll be able to see your child. But if you start to not do what is expected, required, and asked by me, then of course you'll have some issues. Stop you from seeing your child or whatever else that women come up with as punishment for the men who disobey them. And I basically had told him, don't let no woman shame you into motherfucking being what they feel like you should be. And the discussion that we were having was because you're not with this person. This is for me. Understand? Listen what I'm saying. Because you're not with this person, they should not have the power to do that to you. And I told him, I was like, listen, if she wants to start implementing and doing and this and this and that, and then, oh, well, you're not going to see your child. I said, let me tell you, man, it's a lot of us out here who fall into this shame that's presented by women. The shameful space. Oh, you ain't shit. Oh, you ain't no real man. Oh, you a deadbeat. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. Once they start to shame you to yourself, then they start to shame you to who? Your society, your village, right? And we all know that community is a very important part of mental health. So just imagine that you are a upstanding man, you get a woman pregnant, all of a sudden she's not pleased with what you do, and now you are being presented as an ain't shit individual in your community. And let's keep in mind that this ain't shit idea is shared and spread once it's started. Keep that in mind. Think about that. Oh, yeah, his girl said he ain't shit. He don't take care of his kid. Girl, please. Oh, the next woman need to know about it, right? Now, let me be clear. There are some situations where these men are not taking care of their youth. They literally fucked and ducked, you know what I'm saying, whatever it was. And that woman made dumbass decisions and ended up with this dumbass dude, right? So, let me be clear. That's some hoe shit. If a man not taking care of his responsibilities, yes, that's some hoe shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just that. I leave it right there. That's some hoe shit. Should we destroy him? Should we all of these things? My honest answer to that is no. Hell no. And I made a public video apologizing to the men that I have disrespected in earlier times, because as I had lived and experienced, I started to understand and be like, oh shit, I'm really dissing motherfuckers, but some of these motherfuckers don't need to be dissed. Some of these dudes is not ain't shit dudes, is that these things are being put on them and they like, yo, fuck that. So I told this brother something different than I've told brothers that I've spoken to before. It was totally different. I told him, listen, that's a good thing. Stay, where you at, on point, this and this and that. But make sure that everything is from your point of view, not hers. Not hers. So in other words, if you feel you're doing right by your child, you going and picking them up, you leaving money, you doing, and she's not satisfied, so what? That's on her. You have no obligation because y'all not in a relationship. Relationships are agreements. If we ain't got no agreement, I ain't got to do shit. And I told her, and if she get to that shit where she like, oh, well, you ain't doing what I want you to do, I'm going to hide your baby, tell her, enjoy being a single mother. Oh, yeah. That's why I said this for the fellas only. Ladies, if you listening, just listen. Don't care about how you feel about this shit. And I'm going to tell you why as we move forward. Yeah. I'll tell mine, all right, well, shit, enjoy being a single mother. If that's your choice, enjoy yourself. I'm not finna fight. A man should fight harder to see his kids. Any woman that say that is a red flag, period. Any woman that lets those words leave her mouth, I don't trust her. A man should fight harder if he really want to see his kids. Bitch, you ain't shit. So, and let me go a little bit further in case there is somebody in here being offended. I have said, and I'll say it again, a woman saying any man who wants to see his kids, he should fight harder to see them. My response to you and my quote to you is, any woman who doesn't want to be sexually penetrated should fight harder to not be. So if somebody's raping you, you should fight harder to not be sexually violated. Listen to how that sounds. Somebody is sexually violating you, and my answer to you is, well, you should fight harder to not be sexually abused. Does that sound like it makes any motherfucking sense to you? Because I say the shit for shock value. Do I believe that? Hell no. But if an individual is ignorant enough to believe that any man who wants to see his kids should have to fight for them, well, then I would say to that woman, any woman who wants to keep her sexuality should fight harder for that. If you truly believe that, then you believe that too. That's how ignorant that shit sounds. That's how ignorant that shit is. Now, this is just the intro, y'all. We ain't even really stepped into what I really want to talk about. But this is the intro. This is the understanding. How? Because what I'm talking about is not in a relationship. Previous, what I just said, this is for somebody not in a relationship. You're dealing with an individual and y'all co-parenting. This is how you all are seeing, right? The men. What about men who are in relationship? That's what I want to talk about. I would like to hear from any fellas that are see, even what I want to say is like, man, fuck all that. Because listen, this is what I want to say. Even this is to the fellas that are real men. What the fuck does that mean? Let me tell you right now, in our society, the term real men is always followed by some stupid shit that a woman says. Like it's always, even when men are repeating it, usually it's some stupid shit their mama told them. They daddy, nobody's father is telling them this is what a real man is, and followed by a bunch of ignorant, self-exclusive advice. I am no longer ever giving my son self-exclusive advice, things that exclude the self, because that is what men are right now. Think of this whole debate that's going on about 50-50. I ain't going 50-50 with no man. Da-da-da-da-da. You want, then you got to do. And what's crazy as me is how women will talk about the old days. Y'all want to know why wasn't no woman going 50-50 in the old days? Because you wasn't fucking allowed to. It wasn't no, oh, a man know that he need to go and do everything for his family. No, no, no. The rules said that only the men can come and do for their families. We're not hiring women. And by the time they started, that's when things started to change. So understand that any of those women that y'all talking about would have gladly went to work to bring in some more income for their family. Because that would be the intention in the mind. That would be the importance, is the family. And you know what I'm finding? Most of the conversations that I'm having with men, these conversations about what they're doing, not doing, slacking, or being above, has nothing to do with family. It has to do with the woman. It has to do with the woman's comfort, the woman's convenience, and the woman's desires. Think about how many times we hear women say self-care. Self-care. That is a very, very, very big thing in the community with women. Fellas, what type of self-care do you practice? And let me be clear. I am not oh, women ain't shit. Oh, it's against women versus. I'm a polygynist. I love women. I love women. I don't really care for men. I'm all about women. I want nothing but women all around me. But that don't mean that I'm going to lose sense of self. And let me just say, anymore. Because yes, that's exactly what the fuck it meant, to be honest. And that's what made me say what I said to the real men who handle business. This is something that was instilled in me. And it was not from my father. It was from the women around me. It was from the women around me that taught me and told me and drilled into me what a real man is and does. And everything that was taught to me, it was self-exclusive. It excluded anything that dealt with the man. Protect the women and the child. Provide for the women and the children. Go and do everything was based off of the women and or the children. Now, let's be clear. As a man, my greatest asset is a woman. Also, my greatest liability is a woman. Wait, how can it be both? Exactly. Because it depends on the mindset of the individual that you with. Because if we're talking about for self, I am a man, right? So if I'm doing everything for women and children, I am excluding myself. And sure, I can say, well, if I'm providing them a house, I got a house too. If I'm providing them with food, I got food too. If I'm providing, yeah, exactly. You see how that sounds? We get brainwashed into believing that. That's not true. That's not true. Oh, as long as I got a house, that she got a house, I got a house. Yeah. As long as she got food, I got food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. As long as she taking care of, I'm taking care of. No, not true. That's why going back to it. What is self-care? Women have idea of self-care. They are very, very aware of it, and they practice it diligently. While they're not, remember, this is to the men who are real men and providers and all it is. I'm one of those. It's true. Men do nothing for their self. Hey, peace, brother. You feel me? You see where I'm coming from, right? So dig. This idea of self-care is coming from an individual that in our community is not going 50-50. Is not, listen, one of the most frustrating things that My woman said to me, and it was not taken. It was in the middle of a split up, right? And y'all remember that bullshit that was going on, right? Says to me, I'm a woman and you're a man, and as a woman, I'm telling you, you are 100% responsible for our finances and well-being. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm sorry, say what? This is coming from an individual who I ain't want my women to work. I'm a polygamist and all my women stay home. And the one who did work was like they wanted to get a job. Like, all right, go ahead. All right, go ahead. I can pay what you getting paid less than I pay my employees. Yo, $10, $15, whatever. It was like 12 something an hour. Like, girl, I'm making that. Okay, go to work, right? So I'm saying that to say this ain't no broke man. No, I'm waiting on my girl to come with the other half of the check type of dude. No, this is from the breadwinner himself. And I'm saying, what type of shit is that for a woman to say to a fucking man? Who is passing down these ideologies? Now, hold on. I'm saying, if you remember, relationships is agreement. So whatever agreements you have is perfect. I had a situation, like I said, my daughter was in the room and told my son, I don't have to get an education. I don't have to get a job. I don't have to do none of that. I'm a woman. A man is going to take care of me. All I got to do is be a woman. You need to go get educated. You need to go get money. And I'm like, wait, hold the fuck on. And I opened the door and I came in and I'm like, yo, who the fuck told you that? Who taught you some stupid shit like that? And she looked me dead in my face and was like, you did. And I was like, when did I ever tell you? Said a man's supposed to take care of a woman and a man's supposed. I said, yes, that is fucking correct. I did say that. But understand that that's the man's rites of passage. That's the man's rites of passage. Like when the young boy go off, come on with us. His initiations into his rites of passage, right? Initiation is beginning. The rites of passage means you have the right to go further, go deeper, go down, right? And so to the boys, we have to instill how to be a man. But understand, ain't no young girl supposed to be sitting there listening to me say that shit. And that's exactly why. See, this idea got them walking around talking about a man supposed to. Shut the fuck up. Because none of them know what a woman's supposed to do. They too busy trying to figure out what a man's supposed to do so they can control him. And fellas, y'all are allowing it. We don't have rites of passages anymore. We don't have initiations anymore. So what we have is we have a bunch of single family households where the women are teaching their sons how to be these new dudes. And we see what the last 30 years have produced. And I'm going to leave that like that. Whatever you want to call what we have in society, this is, because remember, it's been women raising the children. Rites of passage has been separated. The understanding of how being a man is gone. Flittering out here. So what I'm saying is that there are some things that are being said that are true, but there's also understandings that go with them that are being lost. And I had to give my daughter the understanding, like, listen, baby, that is the role of a man. But your role as a woman is to be of value to that man. You understand what I'm saying? You have to show that there's a reason for him to care for you, to protect you, to provide for you. So what are you providing to him? And right now, in this day and age, it's pussy. And that ain't what the fuck it's supposed to be. Because that ain't what your grandma, remember that I was talking about what they want an old nigga to be, but these old, that ain't what your grandma was doing. They made them niggas court them. They made them niggas earn that pussy. You fuck around and be her boyfriend goddamn 3-4 months. Taking her to the parties and the drive-thrus and get motherfucking milkshakes and motherfucking skates and shit. You ain't smashed yet. But you're enjoying time with her. You're really getting to know her. You really are understanding her because y'all have other fucking things to do, learn about, and talk about outside of sex. How we even gonna have sex when that is us showing each other how much we understand each other? Sex is the actual magic spell of combining of two people. So you're using the knowledge that you have of this other individual. They're using the knowledge they have of you to create what's going on in this encounter. How the hell is we out here knocking each other motherfucking Sonic coins out their ass and we don't know nothing about each other? I don't be in a hurry, but I do like it though. You feel me? I do like it, but I don't be in a hurry. I ain't no cockhound. I ain't like, no, I can do what I'm doing here while I'm learning you. See, I'm getting off the subject. So, getting back to it. The understanding of what it is to be a man is being given by women. And it's fueled by shame. You ain't no man if da-da-da-da. You ain't no bullshit. You still a man. You just a man with a lack of funds. You just a man with a smaller motherfucking penis. You just a man with a lack of knowledge of how to sexually please a woman. But guess what? When you get with a woman that's supposed to be yours, that penis gonna be the perfect size for her little tight ass snapper. That motherfucking lack of funds is gonna be the perfect motherfucking companionship for her. I don't got no ambition. I don't give a fuck about being in no dirty trap house either looking ass. And your motherfucking mindset and all of that shit is gonna be perfect for hers. Again, relationships is agreements. So to her, that's a real man. Right? But now society telling him he ain't. Everybody telling him he ain't. Because he ain't doing all this dumbass shit that is being propagated in our community. We need to get back to taking control of the rites of passages and the initiations of men. And we need to really start looking at our relationships and asking ourselves, am I being reciprocated or am I filling the space correctly? Is your relationship as beneficial to you as it is to her? Because if she's clothed and fed and housed and protected and ain't got to put nothing on nothing to achieve that, that's okay. But what are you receiving in return? What are you doing with y'all? Some of y'all have heard me say, I'm one of them men that say the man is the prize. And women be like, this nigga, here he go. Da, 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 da. And I say, I ain't never had somebody give me a prize I had to pay for. We're the prize because you don't have to pay for us. When you receive us, we improve your life immediately. And if not, then I question your decision, well, theirs, because I'm speaking to the fellas, their decision in the men they pick, right? But with that being said, if you are like me and you change your woman's reality by being with you, betters her. Betters her. You are getting what you want. That woman is valuable. I want that. It's got a value to me. That's why I'm willing to invest what I'm investing to care for this woman. Are y'all following me? Am I wrong? I might be, because I am a different type of dude. I invest in my woman. And I think that we all should invest in our women. We should invest in our children because they're valuable. And we need to be the prize. Better Homes and Gardening. They'll come through your neighborhood, the magazine, and your shit'll have all types of flowers. And like, fellas, a lot of y'all might not know about this. I do. right? You should have had the bushes in a certain way, and your yard and all this shit just looks beautiful. And Better Homes and Gardens will come and knock on your door and be like, hey, we want to feature you and on the cover of our magazine next fall when your trees turn a certain color because of the way, right? So you have shown yourself to be valuable. Better Homes and Gardens says, as a prize, we're going to place you in our book, front page during this season. Bow. And now you're going to receive free lawn care, free motherfucking people to come do your flowers, free. Like, this is a prize. Why? Because you have shown yourself to be valuable. This is something that we could put in our magazine, and people who like this type will go, oh, I really like that. And they'll buy the magazine next week because I continue to put this type of shit in. So you're valuable. You are useful land. This is what I tell my women. You are useful land. You are 30 acres of land. You're 30 acres of land. You are valuable as hell. You know how much shit I can build on that? How much shit I can plant on that? I tell you what, buddy. You win. Win what? The prize. What's the prize? Me. What you mean? I'm a farmer. And I'm going to go out here and I'm going to get all the fucking seeds. I'm going to get all the tractors. I'm going to get all the equipment. And I'm going to come out here and I'm going to put in work. And your useful land is now going to be bountiful. Bountiful. What I got to do? You already did it, shorty. You just got to be here. Everything I do, I'm going to split it with you. Shit, it's you the land. What? You are an asset. And I know how to invest in you. And my proper investment in you is going to bring value to both of us. It's going to bring, you understand what I'm saying? That's how I see it. This is why even with the poly thing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the discussion. It was like, the idea of sharing me, I don't understand because I'm providing everything. What is you sharing? I'm providing for you and I'm going to provide for somebody else. Sharing would be if we was 50-50 and I'm taking half of the shit we doing and I'm going to get somebody else. That's not the reality, right? So this is my idea. So that's why I say that the man needs to be a prize to a woman. Why? Because she's a value. And if she's a value, he knows how to use her. The worst thing in the world is not to be used by anybody for anything. We're supposed to use each other. It's when we start to misuse each other that the problems come in. So fellas, man, she be using me. That's what the fuck she's supposed to do. That was what we asked. Use me. Use me for your sexual fucking desires. Use me for your financial desires. Use me for your emotional desires. Please use the fuck out of me. Now, fellas, my question to you is, what do you want, need, or expect in reciprocity? This is more of an idea of understanding what the roles are in these relationships. Because if I'm saying all of this and I'm doing all of this, cool. I can't complain later. You can't complain. Oh, I ain't never was all this. She was with me for all these years and she ain't bring in no fucking money. She ain't do shit but just cook. What the fuck you complaining about? We don't, like, what the fuck, like some of the shit that I hear after this, you know what I'm saying? But the same shit when on the other side, like, yo, what the fuck is y'all complaining about? Take half. Fuck you mean? You used half when you was here. Take nothing. That's how I feel. This is what I always say. She needs to be better than she was when you found her. That's it. That's this the mother you, okay, leave the children with me. That's cool. See, that's another thing. This whole using the children as bargaining tools and bargaining chips and things like this. We need to stop that shit. Stop that shit. Fellas, we shouldn't have to fight to see our children. Period. Period. I'm with y'all on that. I went through the fucking court system, the paperwork. I understand why y'all don't do it. I seen how much money and time it takes, and I'm telling y'all, I won't do it again. Oh no, after going through it, see, that's what I'm saying. I was one of those who fought to see my children. First, I was kicking indoors. Where's my fuck? You playing with me? Where's my kicking indoors, flattening tires on your fucking truck so you can't come and take them and disappear with them again? Yeah, that was me. Took all the fucking doorknobs and handles off the front door so your crib is just open. Like I just gave you a whole bunch of shit to have to focus on instead of fucking hiding my children from me. Then it went from that because it was like, fellas, don't risk your motherfucking freedom to see your fucking children. Don't kick in no doors. Don't do the shit that I did. All of this, a man need to fight harder to see his children. Bullshit that these women putting into our mindsets. Flush that shit. No, we don't. No, if she wants to be a single mother, allow her. Go make 3 more that look just like them. If you are one of those fathers that are willing to care for your children, trying to see them, trying to care for them, and you are being, they taking the children and hiding them and all that, enjoy being a single mother, carrying on. Man, that nigga sell crap. Okay, yeah, I hear you. Mine's grown now. I got a 20-year-old daughter, a 17, like seeing all of that shit. Motherfucking and months under that. I got 7 children, y'all. I've been doing this for 20 years. So I always say, and I used to say, we'll see in 10 years. We'll see in 10 years. And every time 10 years pass and I look at all that shit, some of it I go, okay, we seen it. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, no, that's bullshit. Don't fight. And then as far as the court shit, let me tell you what they're gonna do. They gonna make you, it's gonna take, it took about 1.5 years for me. For all of that shit that I'm putting in, like contempt of court, and they want parenting time and all of this stupid ass shit, I had to go through all that shit. It's motherfucking money every time you file. Every time I put in a contempt, it was like $200 to $500, like every fucking time. So we talking about thousands of dollars in a couple years, so we can go to court and they can say, okay, well, why aren't you letting him? All right, well, let him see him. Okay. We're gonna do parent and makeup time. You can have him for a week. And then when they send him back home, she start all over, and you got to start that process all over. Fuck that. Fuck that. Hey, y'all know y'all can go sign away y'all parental rights. Let me tell you like this. Regardless of what you do, they ain't over there with their mama, and whether they poison their mind, whether they say shit, whatever, you can't control none of that. And so my advice now to men is go sign away your parental rights. You ain't got no rights anyway. You just being held responsible for your lack of rights. You got to pay child support. If you don't, they're going to lock you up. They're going to do a bunch of stupid shit. You paying child support for the child you can't even fucking see. Go sign away your parental rights. Say, what? What? Yeah. You go down there and sign them away. Like, I'm not here. I ain't got nothing to do with it. I ain't the father. I ain't got no decision-making skills. I ain't got nothing. And when they get old enough, they want to know you, they can know you. I don't need no government. I don't need no baby mom. I don't need nobody to facilitate a relationship between my child. This is a tactic of war. This is terrorism. I don't negotiate with terrorists. You understand what I'm saying? Wait, what? What happened is the control will leave. That's it. If you really want me to be in my child's life, you'll let me. But it's the control of the government of all of these making you do, and this is, no. We got to get back to, listen, nobody's going to come between us. So if you want to communicate with me and I communicate with you and we can come, okay, I'll pick them up every week. I'll drop them up. We can meet here, all of that shit. I don't need no government to do all of that. You know what you need? You need to be able to communicate as an adult effectively without emotions and control and all of this. And a lot of times it don't be the fellas. It be the women that's mad about whatever the past, whatever the. Like, take away the control from the government and put it in the hands of the parents. You want to be a single mother, fine. You don't, then let's communicate effectively, because I'm always here to be that. And also, fellas, man, I don't trip about the societal what you say, because your record and what you do is going to show. It's going to show. How is anybody going to believe that I don't take care of my children because of something that one ignorant person would say, when what you do, how you live, and what you show is going to prove for itself? We got fellas out here with their next girl. She got 4, 5 kids. You take care of all of them. You take care of all of them. Why wouldn't I take care of mine? I ain't taking care of you. To the ex. Oh, yeah. It's all that control. It's all that emotional shit, because these women have this I'm going to control the motherfucking man mindset. And until we give away all of it, like, you're not going to control me, because what the fuck you going to control? What is you doing? But the problem is, a lot of us men ain't standing up on our square and doing what we supposed to do as men. If you living with your woman, listen, no disrespect, but as far as I'm concerned, you doing all wrong, Poppy. Get yourself a crib and get her one too. Fuck is you talking about? Why are you living with her? How you gonna tell a woman what time to be home and you ain't? Listen, I had a dude call me, had this woman on the phone talking about submission and and explain to her. I said, first of all, man, how are you talking about what time she should be home and she live with her mama? How are you gonna give a woman rules in the house you ain't even fucking provide her with? See, we have lost the understanding a man's supposed to take the place of that woman's father, and the woman is supposed to take the place of that man's mother. We got women out here talking about what you think what I'm supposed to be like your mama. Yes, stupid. What the fuck is you talking about? Hell yeah, that's what the fuck you here for. I'm here to take the place of your father. My daughters, when they need something, they come to me. Dad, I need a place to stay. Dad, I need some money. Dad, I need some advice. Dad, I need some help. Dad, I need a hug. Dad, I need some protection. Dad, nigga, I'm passing you the torch, nigga. You dating my daughter? All right, all this shit she called me for, you better be able to provide. I better be able to provide it first, goddamn. Yes. It ain't gotta be no big crib. It ain't gotta be no 5-star. It doesn't matter. But you need to provide a place, because you're replacing that woman's father, and she's supposed to be replacing your mother. Baby, you want something to eat? Baby, you all right? Baby, you need a hug? Baby, you need some. Like, yeah, what y'all think we doing? It's endless. Why? Because we reproducing myself. She gonna be the mother to me, and I'm gonna be the father to me. We reproducing ourselves with each other. Keep that in mind. This is what I'm saying. We don't even get these principles because we done lost our traditions and our customs. Bring them back. Bring them back. Speak about this. Fellas, speak to the sons. Set down the rules. That's why we provide them, because we get the rules. I teach a woman how to clean. I can teach a woman how to sew. I can teach a woman how to cook. Any fucking thing that I need, I can provide it for my motherfucking self. But I'm investing in you because I see value in you. Part of the value is being able to fucking follow the rules and do the fucking things that I'm asking you to do. Are y'all setting down the rules and asking them to do something? What the fuck you got it for? What you trying to achieve? What y'all trying to do? We got people talking about generational wealth, and this my empress. This your empress? You live with her. Where's your fucking empire? Why y'all ain't got no businesses? Because motherfuckers is worried about the wrong shit. Where you was at, lad? Who you? Why you in this? Why y'all being questioned? I hate to be questioned. I'm gonna tell y'all real shit. This is why I walk this way. This is why what the fuck you questioning me for? You got a crib? You got food? You got emotional support? You got sexual support? You got anything? Then why the fuck you questioning where I was at? Why you worried about what the fuck I just did? Why you worried about what I just gave to somebody else? You good? You take care of? You need something? Because if so, talk to me. Now, what I'm doing on the side is, but y'all will live with a woman and then be off doing some whole shit. Type of motherfuckers is you. Stop lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. This is why women feel the need to control everything. Because y'all lie too fucking much. Y'all can just fucking tell the truth. If you're handling business and telling the truth, there's nothing to fucking be worried about. So I said this for the fellas only. We need to start coming together and having conversations. What does your self-care look like? Because a lot of times we're dependent on our women for things that we need to be dependent on other people for. And they're telling us that we're not supposed to. How the fuck? How? Bez Ross said, too many lies. Too many lies. Yes. Like, real talk, that's usually the shit that another dude got to fucking work through when, and by another dude, I'm talking about me, when I get with a woman. They can't fathom, and like, this nigga just keep telling the fucking truth. They be more mad at me for telling the truth than any fucking thing else. Until they realize that's because they have replaced the idea of love with lies. Like, if a motherfucker love you, if a man love you, he lying to you. Because that's every fucking nigga that they love was lying to them. I gotta teach them. That's because the niggas didn't love theyself. I ain't gotta lie to you because I love myself and I'm okay with who I am. If you not, that's fine. We don't gotta be together. But I love who I am. I love everything about me. I love me. I love how I operate. I love how I love. I love my integrity. I love that I'm part of my community and I help people. Because I used to be selfish and only think about sexual encounters with women. Why? Because I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Because my mother sent me away. So with the abandonment, I just want to be loved. And my idea was fucking good and they'll love you. Where'd I get that idea from? My father. Followed by every woman that I was with. You know what I'm saying? This ain't real though. That's infatuation. That's different. If you got a woman digmatized, congratulations, you got your skills up. You need to, but that ain't love. And it's not gonna do you right. I always say love is the highest level of understanding. You can't love me till you understand me. Then it's an acceptance. Like, no, that too. What? And I understand where that come from. I understand why you do that. All right, this is why a dude can date a stripper or can date a hooker. A prostitute, yeah, straight prostitute. I couldn't date no prostitute because you don't know what love is. That's what people mean when they say love is unconditional. Love is unconditional because that's literally what the fuck is. Love is the highest level of understanding. Understanding is unconditional. You can understand anything. Do you want to is the question. There's a couple things I don't want to understand and I don't want to deal with. Outside of that, I want to understand as much as I can. So when you have an individual that understands you, like you could tell them any and every fucking, there is not one fucking secret that I have on this planet Earth. That's how much I love. That's how much I love. One of my women, she knows everything about me. Because I love me. I'm not scared to share it. And once you understand where those things came from, where they came from, why they developed, why I walk this way, why I talk this way, why I'm polygynous, why I talk like real loud, and people always think that I'm angry and violent, but I just talk like there's a lot of whys, and when you understand them, and you like, oh, I understand that, like I get it, like that's love. The more person, like I get it. That's why you got to be careful who you share things. That's why people be like, yo, why are you talking to them about that type of shit? Because it's like it's intimate. See, intimacy can bring love, right? Are they the same thing? No, you can be intimate with a person and have no love for them. Somebody asked me, can I make love to somebody I don't know? Yes, very well. Yeah. That's not going to equate to love, though. It's just strange, but that's what magic is, right? That's what magic is. So, we need to start to create our own definition of what a real man is as men, you know. And and it needs to be self-inclusive. You know, I mean, really, like the whole real man idea. Just I don't believe in that real man, real woman. What if a real woman would what? Would a real, you know, there are a few things that I would say a real man and a real woman, but in today's society, we're not allowed to do that. But outside of those things that we're not allowed to say, I don't see that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my weebles, yeah. Y'all know who y'all are. I'm always starting shit, but that's because I'm a real dude, you know. But no, seriously though, we need to get back to this. We need to get right back to rites of passages. We need to take our sons and take them away, and we need to install and instill these teachings and these under. Listen, we need to bring back the old culture. Yeah, Black Roots Science. One of the dopest, deepest books I've ever read in my life. It is the Bible in my house. My mate sees the Bible as she sees the Bible. That's her choice. I see Black Root Science is my Bible. Matter of fact, she probably sees it the same way, but she do also know and understand the power of the King James, was known as the Bible, right? It's useful. It's powerful. I ain't gonna say it's not. But as far as acceptance as law and understanding and to follow suit, something to follow, that is our Bible in my house. Black Root Science. I would advise all of y'all to get it. Black Roots Science. Anyway, also Somé. Patrice Somé. He wrote the book of water and spirit and the healing wisdom of Africa. Patrice Somé, one of the dopest shamans that I've ever bear witness to. His books is awesome, and he speaks a lot about rites of passages and about initiations and having these ceremonies. And I feel like we as a community need to bring these things back. A lot of us are getting back into the magic. We're getting into the understanding of self with the numerology and the human design. And, you know what I'm saying? Even the different, modalities of divination. And, of course, dealing with the psychedelics and the entheogens and really finding the magic within. But there's no order in our community. And I invite all of us to start to bring back order, starting within in our homes. We need to have understanding of customs and traditions, and understanding what traditions are, but a list of rules that old people liked and lived by. Shout out to Chief Nighthawk. You know what I'm saying? We need to bring back these things to our home. We need to have understandings to pass down to our sons in groups. The women need to have understandings to pass down to their girls. In the 5% nation, I'm 5%, right? This is where I started my my journey, right? Well, no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was a stop along in my journey, which I still carry today. I just don't move with the body. Certain things that go on and how they operate, leaves like more to be desired for me. So I don't, associate. But in the 5%, there is a degree that says, what is MGT and GCC, which is also in the Nation of Islam, because it's Muslim girl training and general civilization class. This is classes that's actually given as part of their culture / and or religion. Like literally where you have a class to teach the Muslim girl training how to cook, how to clean, how to take care of a home, these things that now are offensive for whatever reason to women. And then they had what was called general civilization classes. So it's basically how to generally. That's why when you see a Muslim woman anywhere, even the black Muslims in our community, they have a certain air that they walk with. This is because this is how they're taught. They're taught to how to be civilized. And even though this is something that would be, oh man, please, motherfucking, the man trying to tee and they trying to put a thumb on and blase splee. When I look at what we have today in our society as whatever we call our culture, as African Americans, and then I look over here at these civilized young ladies who behind closed doors are probably doing the same things, but well, I'll be damned, at least they're civilized about it. Isn't that the whole point? So these types of classes are important, and it shows in the cultures. It shows. I lived it. I've watched it. I've had women that I had who came from twerking and wearing whatever, wherever, who have called themselves becoming, getting knowledge of self and becoming civilized, and have came back to me and said, now I get it. Because literally walking around, I'm not getting none of whatever I used to get. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, and when dudes do talk to me, it's so respectful. Like, this shit is crazy. And I was like, so you really thought that, like, she was like, yeah, I really thought that whatever, that's how, the way that she was being approached, she swore that that's how all women was being approached. She really didn't think that there would be a difference. And once she did to start carrying herself different, like knowledge of self made her understand a lot of these things. And that's why they say the civilized is held responsible for the uncivilized, because they don't think about this shit. Why? Because these things are not taught in our community. Men, why aren't they? How are we walking around complaining about what the fuck these women out here in our community are doing, but are not passing down no teachings? In my house, we had teachings. We spoke about everything. We talked about it. And over time, I have learned to tweak them a little bit, because it used to be like, nah, none of that. Nah, none of that. And now it's kind of like, yo, have some civilization with what you're going to do. If you go twerk, put some shorts on under that skirt. If you go, like, you know what I mean? Some, like, let's civilize ourselves. And why? And let's talk about the whys. As men, who the fuck else should be preparing our daughters and our women for the understanding of men's sexual desire and nature, where they come from and how they're influenced? I had to sit and actually explain to my woman, listen, I understand that y'all feel like walking around naked is just natural and this and that, but let me tell you that as a young boy, when I'm seeing something and I'm getting older and I'm starting to feel different about these things, and I'm being attracted to this, and I'm knowing that I don't want to be attracted to it, but then when you keep just put it in front of me, now you making it like it's okay, and the idea of that being okay passes on to it being okay with my siblings. Now I'm trying to walk in the bathroom when my sister in the shower. Don't do that. I'm telling y'all, this is in my house. No, don't walk around my children naked. I'm not walking around with my dick out around my daughters. You're not gonna walk around with your motherfucking titties out and your ass out around my sons. Y'all can do that on your own. If you got all daughters, cool. I got a son walking around here? Nah, put some clothes on. Fuck is you talking about? I don't care if he used to suck off your titties. He don't. Is he supposed to now? Nah. And the idea of that changes. And this is something that a lot of people don't talk about. Why? Because these talks are not had. There's no rites of passages. There's no understandings. There's no shit. Fellas, we got a lot more shit to fucking be focused on than what the fuck they doing in them women groups. They're supposed to be having those women's groups. This is something that I had to come to understand. Because I'm like, fuck y'all keep separating and trying to. Nah, it's supposed to be that way. Fuck we need to be a part of their social equality for. We got shit we need to fucking be worried about. That we need to be discussing. That we need to be installing in our young men. Who is doing any of it if not us? How are we going to complain about anything going on when we not leading? Because let me tell y'all, that's what they love. They love us to lead. I'm telling y'all, that's the fuck they waiting on. Take fucking charge. They doing all that power shit because they have to. Because they have to. Because that's how they've been bred. That's how they've been came up. That's how the fucking slavery coming out of that shit. They had to cuddle us. They snatching us apart in front of them, raping us, doing all type of shit. All of that. And they knew that they was the strength. Because they had to be. Give them their goddamn dresses back, man. Fuck. And I mean that metaphorically and literally. They ready to stop being the fucking strength. They not saying we strong, we strong, we strong. Y'all get the fuck out of the way, we got it. They saying we strong, we strong, we strong. But yo, when y'all gonna get y'all strength back? Because I would like to hand you this shit and sit the fuck down. Maybe I'm projecting. Ask them yourself. You talk to them. I talk to mine, you talk to yours. Talk to the sisters you got. Talk to the women in the community. Hell yeah, they dope as fuck. Hell yeah, they like leading at being business owners right now. Hell yeah, they leading in all areas and facets of. Ask them if they want to. Because again, you know what I'm saying? I'm projecting. But also keep in mind that I'm talking from the point of the state of view of the women that I'm attracted to. So, if you like, you know what I'm saying? There is some women out here who like, yo, fuck man. I got here. I'm a boss. What? Shout out. Like, let's pop some bottles together. I'm with it. I ain't, stay at a woman's place. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for the women who feel like they do have a place and that their place is less of in charge and more of whatever those roles that women feel like they want to be a part of be in. See, because again, I'm not teaching the MGT and GCC. I'm not teaching the Muslim girl training in the general civilization classes. I taught my women them so they could teach their children. Understand? It's still a point of all of this is what I'm saying. This is what my girls are allowed to wear. This is what my girls are not allowed to wear. This is what my women are allowed to wear. This is what my women are not allowed to wear when I'm not around. You can wear when you with me, but nah, you ain't wearing that going nowhere else. Not without me. I can't protect you when you away. You know what I mean? And if you don't need no protection, then you have a different ideology that I'm supporting in what we have going forward. Like, you don't need to wear that doing anything that you will be doing. You get what I'm saying? Unless you with me. So now listen, this is an agreement. This ain't rules to be set down. Understand, fellas, you could be like, well, I see it like this. My woman wear whatever the fuck she want. She can do whatever the fuck. That's cool. But that should be a clear understanding. Like, these are like, that should be part of your class. That should be part of your class. And then pass that down to your children. Right? See how that works. Okay? You see what I just did there? Right. Why would it be different? Why would it be But also our children are grown at 16. Because with all the rules and the regulations and the things that we have set forward, this is something that's being taught from birth. So by the time you're 16, you should have this. Meaning, at that age, you should be able to facilitate a home by yourself, which my son has. He's 16, 17 now. He been on his own since he was like 13, 14. His mama got him a crib, and he ran that. And very efficiently, mind you. Got the same woman, they been together. He got, but the same main thing been, well, I don't know, maybe 5, 6. I think his relationship might be longer than mine. Shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, at a young age, they're ready for adulthood. And as men, that's what we need to be doing, fellas. We need to be preparing our sons for adulthood, and we need to be having our women preparing our daughters for adulthood at a young age, that they understand. Not that they have to be a part of our social equality. A lot of us don't understand the difference. These are the things that should be required within your family. What a real man is. Do you handle business? These qualifications should not be based off what a woman feels. These qualifications should be understandings that men pass down. And women should be creating the qualifications and the understandings that need to be passed down to the young girls. Because there's clearly a lack of that too. We've all failed our community. And we need to start immediately installing it wherever we can, however you can. Take these ideas I'm giving you and just, I'm just giving you what we need to do. How? That's on you. Even your beliefs and thought processes of, remember, mine is based in a different culture. Yours might be, y'all might have an LGBTQ. Y'all might motherfucking, because remember, I'm poly. Y'all might have a monogamous relationship. So there's some understandings that need to be shared. It's going to be totally different. How do you think my son ended up poly? I'm a sexual deviant. That's what they would call it. Anything from the original. So that's why I be like, no, I ain't tripping on LGBTQ people. I be talking shit sometimes. I'm gonna crack some jokes. You call me Dave Chappelle. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But I got people who like, I got pictures with motherfuckers like this. Motherfucking like, it's my family. It's my peoples. So even the ideology of that, I be telling them, create your village. See how long that lasts. You know what I'm saying? We peoples, but I'm still saying how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? We all need to install this in our families, because that's what I'm really talking about, is the family unity. I'm talking about men with women. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you have or are going to have children, because everything that we doing is just an example for them. Are we giving them good examples? A lot of it is because, listen, let me just say this, because I understand it. A lot of this is because we as men lack this structure. I understand that. And if you need assistance with that, hit me up. And I'm not being funny. I'm dead with this one, dead ass serious with this one. You know what I mean? Like, hit me up, because I understand that, and I understand because of what I went through and the chambers that I had to go through, right? Because it was like religious, then with my mother, then it was straight street with my father, then it was military, then it was, starts initiation and the secret societies and the mystery schools and just all of these different things. So the understanding of why we as individuals, especially black men, don't have none of this is not just coincidence. This is how it was designed. I've seen enough to know that that was a design. There was a reason for all of this. And so with that, understanding that, not just that there was a design that was meant to take us apart from that, but knowing what that is and having connection to that and getting that back. If you don't know where to start, hit me up. Hit me in the inbox. Get a consultation with me, because we can walk through that. You know what I'm saying? We can, and I mean that from beginning to end, like the understanding of how to build these types of things. You know what I'm saying? My woman came to me the other day and was like, yo, why we ain't got no family prayer? We need to have a family prayer. You know what I'm saying? That we pass, like, that our children, like how they used to be, sit there by the bed and be like, whatever, something, now lay me down to sleep if I should die before, right? You know what I'm saying? But no, creating our own customs, right? Creating our own customs. What are the words that you would want to be said at that time, going to bed? You know what I'm saying? Over and over. Creating consistency with the children, creating a respect with the children, creating a desire, a love, and acceptance for a tradition, because this is a tradition. Our youth have no respect for tradition anymore, and they'll never understand that that's where some of the greatest jewels are hidden. So, I just really, today, like, I just was moved, like, to bring forth this subject. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the fellas, like, we got other shit to worry about. We got other shit to focus on. We have more work that needs to be done in the communities. And I'm not saying, like, oh, because I came up with this today, that this is the number one priority, but I'm saying that this is something that should be incorporated into our lives going forward. It's something very important. It's something to put on the calendar. Sit with your family and create them. Sit with, it's the introduction of them. They're the actual root of them. The beginners, the trendsetters. How great is that? Like, we're bringing back tradition to our households, to our names, our own traditions, our own customs, our own beliefs, thoughts, moving forward. But you know what this does more than anything? Causes everybody in the family to discuss and agree on some things. And that has more power than you all will ever know, unless you actually follow through with it. Then you will know. Then you'll get it. Then you'll really get it. Once we start to incorporate these things, you all will see why they're done. You'll see the magic in them. What are y'all doing every anniversary for y'all family? What's y'all family anniversary? Like, what do y'all celebrate? That has just y'all as a unit. What is that unit? What is that unit? Who's a part of it? I had to talk with my ex, wife, and we had the understanding, like, we had a family meeting, and it was like, yo, her husband, my new woman, like, these need to be connected. We as parents, even when you break up with your baby's mama or your baby daddy and they go somewhere, why you don't know him? Why you don't know her? What's the beef about? Like, you know what I mean? All of this, like, not over here. My, what, I don't even be knowing. Like, shit, I be seeing my ex-wife doing a video about the co-op or doing whatever. And I'll be like, oh, shit. And my girl will be, oh, yeah, I did her hair last weekend. And we sat and talked. Oh, boy, you crazy. Because she told me about, yeah, I meant to ask you. I'm like, wait, what? Oh, my goodness. What? Her baby daddy, he cool? What? It's my man's. We be seeing each other at events. Like, there needs to be that. Because you know what? Ain't none of the children trying no plans, both sides. Like, y'all think they don't see what be going on? They use that shit to their advantage. They'll be, no, none of that. We need to do better, man. And it all starts with us, fellas. It all starts with us. And I'm going to start bringing some things forward. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start bringing some things forward to the community. Like we're going to start organizing some things. Like, I don't think that shout out to the women that do. I'm not throwing no shots when I say this, but I just don't think that women should be organizing these rites of passages for men. I ain't doing no rites of passages for no young girls or grown women. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you ain't did what I'm doing, right? It's like, now if we talking teachings or religions or spiritual like, nah, that's some of my greatest teachers was women. Like, shit, like most of them actually, so I'm saying, though, rites of passage dealing with men and men's mental health and men's issues and all just men, like, no, like, y'all got y'all sister, but they're doing it because men are complaining that there's not a lot of shit going on for men. And that's what we getting back to. We gonna get that type of shit started. Like, cause I did it before. I was like, all right. And then No men signed up. And I started talking shit. I was like, yo, y'all saying we ain't got nothing for us. We created something. None of y'all took part. You know what I'm saying? And then the women, it's like, oh, okay, y'all want women to cover y'all. That's how I got on. Like, all right, do y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, but it is important. And I'm gonna keep creating these things. I'm gonna create some things, and we're gonna keep recreating them because there is some things going on in the community. We're starting to pick up. We're starting to pick up, but it's not a lot of rooted in, you know what I'm saying? The rites of passages, initiations, types of things. It's more, other things. So, just want to just come in and just talk to the men for a minute, man. And just I just want us to take our minds back. You know what I'm saying? I want us to take our responsibilities back. We shouldn't have no more excuses. Now, I understand reasonings, you know what I'm saying? Crime, got felonies, hard to get jobs, all of this type of shit that we go through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But one thing that we always do is make shit happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if not, then boom, you need to reach out to somebody. Like, really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shadow people and shit. Like, you need to get like a job on some like, um, being somebody's driver or somebody's security. Get you a CPL. You can legally carry a pistol, and you could just let somebody rent. You hanging out with them all day type. Like, there's a lot of different. I know I sound like wait, what? But I'm saying as black men, we find a lot of different ways to get it, right? This dude's out here selling plasma, it's all type of shit, right? But I think that a lot of times dudes is just really not understanding the resources that they have available. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, no judgment. Like if you out here and you just really slacking on your shit, like you really ain't got nothing, you just depending on your woman, you ain't, you don't know how to stand up on your shit. Like, yo, reach out to me. Yo, we'll kick it one-on-one and we'll create a motherfucking baseline design for you. Get on your shit. I mean that. I specialize in, turning lead to gold. Trust me. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? So if you really out there and you just like that and you just ain't had no guidance, you ain't had no. And now let me tell you, I ain't telling you that I'm gonna give it to you, but I'm definitely gonna put you into the places and give you the places that you can invite yourself to be a part of. Cause that's what I'm saying. It's like it's always routes, it's always ways, and it's always knowledge out here. And if you don't have it, listen, reach out. You know what I'm saying? Reach out. I don't like it is what it is. Nobody left behind. We still a village. You know what I'm saying? And if you care enough to motherfucking be honest about it and be like, I've had people come tell me like straight up, like, yo, man, I be hearing it, but I don't know how to do nothing, man. All right, like shit, let's figure this shit out together. Because actually, you do. You just don't know it. Most people they just don't know the value of themselves. That's the only thing that they lack is self-value. They are a value somewhere, somehow. They just don't fucking know it. And somebody has traumatized them and torn that shit out of them, and they just feel otherwise. And so, fuck it. Let's address that shit. But to those of us who are, you know what I'm saying, able-bodied and shit, we need to really get together and start to solidify more. Reach out to me, brethren. I'm about it. You know what I'm saying? I tell you all the time, I don't go nowhere I'm invited. I don't go nowhere I'm not invited. You know what I'm saying? I be seeing all this shit. I don't go nowhere I'm not invited. I know how y'all motherfuckers feel about me. So I ain't tripping. I ain't stepping on nobody's toes. But if you trying to fuck with me, shit, let me know. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we need to start instilling shit in our own homes, man. Any manner of that shit you just seen, from this minor to the major, we need to really start paying attention to what the fuck we want. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I woke up to. Yo, like, what do I want? Because we'll find ourselves in a state of just giving, 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 and giving until we feel like that's what we're supposed to do. Until we realize 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, you ain't really got what you want. You know what I'm saying? Not what you want to achieve, not what you want to do. What do you want? You know what I'm saying? Do you know? You know what I mean? Is that okay? Like all of these types of shits. You know what I'm saying? And I make dollars born to save self. The reason I'm saying this shit is because I had to say to myself that type of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I had to just realize what I was doing and how I have been propagating I get no saying it. Proverb, like putting some of this shit out. Like, this is what we supposed to do. And I just wanted to have a little balance with that. There's a reason why we do these things that we're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So are we being reciprocated? Are you being reciprocated because you are the root of it? Like, you gonna either demand it or not. You know what I'm saying? Just like they say, hey, a closed mouth don't get fed. You know what I mean? And you know, just having that balance. You know, all things being focused on. Like, that's one thing that, you know, me and my mate, we you know, shit, we real open on social media about our journeys. And like, I don't know how that shit happened. It just kind of did, where we kind of like became like a public figure. And they'd be like, it's cool, like, you know, I'm a Leo, so like, the fuck, all eyes on me, whatever, right? But what's important is that y'all see that when we're talking, we're literally talking about the things that we're realizing as we're moving together, right? And it's like, a lot of times there's a lot of expectations that people put on one another, and expectation without information leads to confrontation. If I ain't know you wanted that shit, like, that's why that whole shit that was out there about a real man will study his woman and do without her having that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, any woman talking about what a hey, shut the fuck up. You ain't never supposed to say nothing about that. You can say a real woman would all day. All day. You can. Women, you can say that shit. If you listening, if you being nosy, try to see what I'm talking about with the men, y'all can say that shit all day. Don't say what the fuck a real man is, because you don't know. Most of y'all don't know. Period. Point blank. You want to argue with me? Hit me up. I'm definitely with it. I want all the smoke. Y'all don't know what the fuck a real man is. You know what the type of man you want is, and that's what the fuck y'all be projecting. But to the young men and the boys and these, what they call them, what they call them, dudes, simps or some shit, y'all fucking they whole shit up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking they whole shit up, and you got them feeling like they worthless. You got them ready to kill themselves because they not standing up to y'all. To y'all, you know what I'm saying? Projections and shit. Y'all not even supposed to be talking about what the fuck a real man. Nobody gives a fuck how you feel about a man. You just supposed to pick one and rotate around him. You ain't supposed to even talk about it. That's where y'all be fucking up at. That's why so many fake niggas out here right now. Because they been listening to y'all. And they been faking like they, what y'all say a real nigga supposed to be. And then a real nigga like me come in, and I'm looking at they fake ass, and I'm looking at you falling for they fake ass, and I'm going, look at both of these stupid motherfuckers. And I walk my real nigga ass right on past, and nobody's understanding anything, right? Stop it. There's no need to even talk about it. Men need to talk about what a real man is, period. And men ain't got no business talking about what a real woman is. Man, shut the fuck up, man. Don't nobody care about what the fuck you looking for. A real man, a real woman got a fat ass. A real woman got bruh, shut the fuck up, man. Man, I like looking at everything. Hold on, but listen, man, because if you saying that, you saying, man, shit, see, you starting shit. That's not what we supposed to be doing. But a real man gonna stand up for what he believe in. A real man gonna have beliefs. What the fuck you believe in? Shit, hold on. I missed the fellas only part in the title. Just clicked on in the middle without seeing the title. Appreciate it though. Thought it clearly wasn't addressed to me directly. I'll get off now. Yeah. Oh, you know I'm always talking shit. I know some women gonna listen. It's all good. But I'm just saying that to say, like, any woman got some fat negative feedback about some of the shit I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear it. I've lived. I'm 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm an elder at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, like, I am a person who can speak. And brothers who are my age, most of them ain't gonna disagree with me. And if they do, you know what I'm saying, I invite them to, present their, thought processes because it needs to be heard. And shit, we might need to do it in a circle of men and young boys. Because both sides need to be heard, because both sides is valid. You know why? Because they coming from men. So no, I don't mind women listening, but I do want them to understand that it's not a woman's place to tell men what men's supposed to be. It's us as men. Now, a woman can say all day, hey, these men ain't doing their jobs. Listen, talk that shit, Bobby. Make us get on our shit. But you can't tell us what our jobs are. Fuck out of here. You feel me? Here for the jewels and sharing the info. All respect. Yo, Meek, I see you, baby. I ain't hating. You know what I'm saying? Like I started out, I love women. I want to talk to women more than I want to talk to men, but I felt like it was time I talked to men. Because I have a hold of my home. I'm responsible for my universe. I'm already taking care of that. But there's a lot of us out here that could do a little bit better and might not have even thought about some of the aspects of how to do better. I'm not one of them who just be like, hey man, y'all need to do better. I'll tell you where we need to do better at. And I don't exclude myself because publicly, I am a public figure. I am a part of my community. I am of service to this community, and I don't have enough men's programs, period. So I'm speaking out loud to myself as well. Um, so with that being said, uh we all need to step our game up as men. We need to take our pants back, give women they dresses back, you know what I'm saying? Stand up and not only be responsible for, but teach. We need to do this shit as a community. We need to do this shit individually. You know what I mean? We need to have understandings that we come with to our women, like as a relationship. What are the rules and regulations? You know what I'm saying? Have y'all discussed that? What do you mean? What the fuck you mean? What I mean? All the shit people arguing about. Do y'all see it the same? Because after we as men talk, we need to talk with our women. Why? So we can talk to our children. We actually have discussions with our children about all of this shit. And we need to do it more often. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, like, we as men, we respond. If we don't say, hey, we gonna sit down and talk about this, then most of the time it won't be done. Most of the time. Women, fuck it. Take the video and just be like, hey babe, you should watch this. I ain't supposed to because I'm a woman, so what are you talking about? Let's watch it together. Fuck him. Talking about I can't watch it. Let's watch it together. And then when he get to this part, he gonna look over at you and he gonna be like, I'm just saying. Look. Instead of being like, hey, you need it. Nah, see, there we go again. But hey, babe, you wanna watch this? You know what I mean? On some real shit. Like, because again, I've had individuals that, have their women have said, hey, watch this or watch that. And I went through some shit and they hit me afterward, like, hey man, look, whoop. So what's up? Like, you know what I mean? And I met some dope people that way. And those people now operate totally different than they did. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm honored to be a part of their story, because shit, the more we get it right individually, the more we get it right as a community. And that's important to a person like me because I be disappointed a lot of times in the things that I see in the community. And, y'all know I'm Jabari tribe. I sit back in the cut on the other side of Wakanda, like, yeah, I'm in Wakanda, but I'm minding my own business. Whoop, right? And so just like he had his own feelings about who running shit, how it's been run, that would be me. You know what I'm saying? But I play my part. Hey, I don't got shit to say. I'm over here. I don't fuck with nobody. And anybody need our help, they know where to come find me at. You know what I'm saying? So if you need my assistance, y'all know where I'm at. It is what it is. You feel me?
And outside of that, those who know me, y'all know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. Those who know me. Hey, and if you don't know me, let me tell y'all, learn how to use me correctly. Most people got a problem with me. That's because they don't know how to use me. Yeah. Yeah. Watch how you use me. You know what I'm saying? There's things that I'm actually useful for. Outside of that, like, man, ignore the fuck out of me. They say don't pay no attention to him. I'm trying to tell you. Oh shit. I'm the 50 Cent of the spiritual community and shit. Oh man, but no, listen, man. Hey, um, mm, mm, mm. we need to take direction back. You know what I'm saying? And no, we don't need to earn it. That's some other stupid shit. This motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? No, you don't need to earn it. You need to take it back and be responsible for it. You know what I'm saying? Take our reins back, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Let's put some structure to the shit we doing. You know, the more structure we have, the more beneficial things are. Because then everybody knows they part. We know what we actually shooting for. Where we going? What we doing? Why we doing this? Right? You know. So, um, if you don't have a plan, you know, I invite you to get one. I've been invited. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I'm gonna invite you and put one together. You know? Hey, so with that being said, man, I love y'all. Talk that shit. Take y'all reins back. You know, be true to the self. Be true to the self. Don't get lost in what you're doing. Don't get lost in what you're doing. Remember, there's always a self. You know what I'm saying? And that needs to be cared for as much as anything because that's the foundation of all things on some G shit, you know? Um, and I'm gonna leave that at that because there's a lot more could be added, but I feel like that was enough. Tell somebody you love them in a language they can understand it in. Chris, peace. Peace.